Welcome back to the channel then, and welcome back to another in-session vlog. Now you join me at yet again another new venue, somewhere that I've managed to find on the Go Catch app, like a lot of these venues that I've been fishing recently. So yeah, another new venue to me, and I come across it fairly recently when it was introduced to the Go Catch app, and it's kind of been on my radar kind of ever since. So I used again the My Location feature and actually found it was only an hour and 20 from where I lived. So yeah, really handy. So this morning you join me down at Bowsaw and Billhook Lakes. Now it's a really muggy, misty, moist morning. This week we've had an absolute downpour of rain. Yeah, literally it was like the world was going to end. Some of that rain that was coming down, it was like, yeah, incredible to be quite honest. But it seems to have dried up now, but obviously what it's left behind with the warmer temperatures is a load of morning mist, which is slowly starting to disappear, and it is slowly starting to dry up. So I've got 24 hours ahead of me to try and catch myself a few fish. Now, one, I like to visit these sorts of venues, the smaller venues, slightly more, bigger stock, because it, gets me a few bites on the limited time that I've got on this session. And secondly, the guys at Go Catch actually asked me if I would, catch myself some fish and then use the new catch, register your sort of catch feature on the new app. So a little bit of pressure on me to try and stick some fish in front of the camera for the vlog, and secondly, use those fish as an example, just to show you the new features within the app. So yeah, no pressure at all to try and catch myself some fish. Now I really don't know too much about this venue, to be quite honest, other than what's on the Catch app. I know it's kind of around 25 years old. I believe this year it was excavated in around 1999, 2000. So yeah, just walking around it so far, it is just a beautifully mature lake in Hampshire with absolutely no disturbance, no noise other than the planes overhead. And yeah, it's just a beautiful venue. It's got lilies, it's got overhangs, it's got reeds, it's got little sort of channels between the both of them, and yeah, it's just a beautiful little lake in all honesty. Not too sure about the stock. Just walking around, there's the anglers that are here are kind of using different methods, to be honest. Some guys with feeder rods, some guys with obviously carp rods like myself, etc. So I reckon there's a mixed bag of size carp, but I definitely reckon there's a bite or two to be had. So enough about that. I've come round to the sort of back pegs really, which is number 20 that I'm in at the moment, just purely because there's anglers kind of, when I've done my walk round, dotted on either side, and this was the only sort of bank that didn't have no angling pressure. And then not only that, it's the only swim that I've actually seen fish showing as well. So I've seen good 3, 4, 5 shows, which meant I got 2 rods out straight away, just on solid bags, to try and nick myself an early bite. But as you can see behind me, everything is still on the barrow. Probably going to just leave that on there for now. I've got no reason to sort of set up here, get loads of stuff out, etc, etc. Got the rods out, nets out, and I'm fishing 2 solid bags, and that's all I need, with a very light peppering of the Nut 365 12 millers. So I've put 20 to 30 of those out over the rods, and then the same again over them as well, just to get the fish mooching around in and around the area, and hopefully they come across my solid bag. So that's enough of an intro. That's exactly what I've been doing for the last sort of half an hour or so since getting the rods out. Let's hope one of those down there rip off, and yeah, we will see how the rest of the day sort of pans out and where I end up. So we'll leave it there. We're fishing. Come on the carp.
In
sat back there with the kettle on, about to have a coffee, and I've been rudely disturbed by a really nice mirror. So yeah, obviously run into the rods. I forgot to turn the stove off as well. So playing that fish on barbless hooks whilst trying to get it away from those lilies and turn the stove off at the same time was a little bit squeaky bum time, but managed to do it on my own, and we've got a really nice mirror resting in the net. So I've got the mat and everything sorted. So yeah, let's get him out and have a little look. Well, there we go then, first fish of the session, and that was on the right hand rod. So one of the two solid bags I flicked out this morning to show him fish about 90 minutes later. And yeah, we've got this 17 pounds and ounces mega looking mirror on the mat. Check him out. Look at those scales right up on his shoulders. He looks mega. Proper nice fish. Give me the run around as well, to be honest. But yeah, look at him. Those scales up on his shoulders there just look absolutely wicked. Proper nice clean fish. And as I say, yeah, he tried doing me in the lilies as I was trying to walk back to turn the stove off, as I was trying to make myself a morning cup of coffee. So solid bag, crammed full as usual of the Hinders mini pellet mix, trimmed down seafood wafter, 20/30 12mm seafood and nut 365 boilies over the top, and that is a reward an hour and a half into the session. So we're going to get some pictures quickly so that I can show you a little bit later on how to upload the catch report, and yeah, hopefully there'll be many more of these to come. Number two of the session then, that was on the recast rod. It'd been out, I don't know, 10 minutes if that. Had to frantically chuck the bivvy up because some rain moved in. Hoodie's gone. I'm absolutely roasting, but yeah, I'm not bothered. We've got another fish on the mat, another mirror, solid bag over to the lilies, and yeah, it's gone within 10 minutes, so can't quite complain about that. Got the session off to a very nice start. Now I'm not going to be moving swims. I'm going to stick here. Like I say, there are a number of anglers turned up which have gone pretty much left, right, middle, wherever, you know, so there is really very little room to move. So I've had two fish, so I don't see why I need to move now, in all honesty. I think it's going to be a case of keep that rod going over to those lilies, and then I'm going to tuck one underneath the canopy of that willow, and yeah, get the bait and spoon out, get one right under there. I've seen a couple of shows underneath there since, so I think it's time to get that rod redone. This one's not behaving, so I'm going to slip him back and get those rods back out. Go then, 3 hours in, and the third bite of the day. A little common, that lily bed to the right of my swim, just out to the offside of the island. It's done me every bite so far, but yeah, cute little common, full of scrap. Bag again, hadn't been out there very long, 15-20 minutes if that. I'd managed to get the second rod out though, thankfully, with the aid of the bushwhacker and the deeper 3.5 foot underneath that canopy of that willow tree. And yeah, another bag has been deployed with a nice serving of pellet amongst it. So yeah, I'm fully expecting that one to rattle off as well, because they've been boshing out under that tree canopy like mad, to be fair. So solid bags doing the do. Simple tactics, one bite tactics, one at a time. Yeah, regular recasting because of the fish are obliging, so hopefully there's plenty more to come. But yeah, 3 bites in 3 hours, can't complain at that. Let's slip him back, get that rod straight back out, and yeah, try and get that kettle back on. There we go then, the 4th bite of the session. I did lose another one earlier, which I got a feeling was a similar sort of size. The bite was exactly the same, the battle was exactly the same, but yeah, all the bites just seem to be coming off that lily bed off to the right hand side of the island. So yeah, time to get that rod sorted, slipping back, sprinkle a bit more bait over the top, and hope some of those bigger ones come in and bully these little scamps out. Well, fish number 5 on the mat, and this fish, wow, he's just an absolute lunatic. I've never experienced anything quite like what I've just experienced with this fish. Now, hooked it, where was this one? This was underneath the canopy, let it back to about, I don't know, 10-15 yards out, and I kid you not, it's just jumped around 5 foot out of the water over my other rod, and then jumped back out the water again another 5 foot, back over my main line of my other rod. And then as it's gone down, I thought, oh, it shed the hook and left me snagged on something on the bottom. But no, what I think it's done is it's basically gone up and literally dive bombed into the lake bed, and I've eventually got it off the lake bed. And I kid you not, this fish come up black. It was literally black, covered in silt. I couldn't believe it. I thought I lost it and it shed the hook, and it kind of just left me in the left me on some rotten wood in the lake bed or something. But no, I lifted him up, and I kid you not, he was black in colour. It was mental. I've never experienced anything quite like it. But yeah, another bite, finally off the other rod, because all of the other bites have come off the lilies. But yeah, mental common. Don't quite know what he's been feeding on, or yeah, absolute maniac, absolutely crazy battle. Never experienced anything like it. So slipping back and get that rod bushwhacked back out underneath the overhanging tree, and see if we can get ourselves another one before tea time. So what a crazy 10 minutes that was. You may also see that I am glasses-less. I think in the drama of that fish burying itself in the silt below my feet, I was getting hot and bothered and stressed. So I ended up taking off my glasses and my hat to take my hoodie off, chucked them down below my feet, and yeah, kind of left it at that. But then I think once the fish reappeared from the silt, I think as I've gone to lift for the net, I'm pretty sure, 99% sure, that I've just kicked them into the lake, because they are nowhere to be seen. So they may reappear, I may have put them somewhere else. Thankfully I don't need them, as in to be able to see what I'm doing. But yeah, they do allow me to at least do the fiddly things without yeah, squinting or straining my eyes. But yeah, if you do come across a pair of glasses in and around peg 20, then they are mine. If not, then they're probably sat on the bottom of the lake bed like that common was. So thankfully I've got a spare pair at home, and as I say, I don't actually need them to be able to just do you know, bits and pieces. It was just more for a case of yeah, doing the fiddly things. But yeah, it's been a busy afternoon really. I've had 6 bites, landed 5, and it's looking promising going into the night. I'm going to get myself some food on the go. I'm absolutely starving. Been on the go all afternoon. If I'm not catching, I'm recasting the rods, shipping it back out with a bushwhacker, etc, etc. So the bites are coming, but I've been working at it. Now I need to stick something in my belly, because I'm getting rather hungry, and I'm pretty sure that I deserve one of the ciders that are resting in my cool bag. So yeah, a couple of hours of daylight left. It's just coming up to 6 o'clock now. Starts to draw in the night times, between 8 and half 8, possibly even earlier with the cloud cover and stuff that we've got tonight. So yeah, autumn is here and those nights are drawing in fast. So yeah, let's get myself fueled up, hopefully for a really busy night. Good morning. For once I actually look rather fresh faced, but I certainly don't feel it. Now yeah, it's been sort of good 5 hours of thunder and lightning, rain from about 11 p.m. as well, and yeah, just kind of been sat there in the bivvy, no action all night. Got up around 5:45. The light was just starting to poke through, redone both solid bags, sat down, got the camera ready, was about to flick on the kettle, until I literally just had a simultaneous double take. So I'm not talking playing a fish and then getting another fish at the same time. I mean both indicators smashing up at the same time, as if, you know, the fish had gone through the other line, which they hadn't, because they were at least sort of 15-20 foot apart. It was mental. Yeah, I can't even really explain it. I thought I was actually asleep, you know, in a dream or something, I don't know. I'd redone both solid bags because I had no action through the night and the weather was just so torrential, and obviously the lightning and everything was like strobe lights, and yeah, it was just crazy conditions. I just left the bags. I would have liked to have redone them at some point through the night, but yeah, 2 fresh bags went out there. I reckon it's about 15 minutes since they've been out, and then bang, both of them at the same time. Couldn't quite believe it. So I had to shout matey from next door to come and help me, and thankfully we've got them both in the net, and one of them's a nice fully scaled one as well. So yeah, I wasn't expecting that, in all honesty, after all that weather last night. But yeah, we'll get them out on the mat and we'll have a look, and I might be able to get that first coffee of the morning on the go. But yeah, what a great way to start the morning. Probably about 2.5 hours of my session left. So yeah, what a great way to start the day with a double take. Well, finally he's let me pick him up, but the first one of that simultaneous double take, again off the lilies over to the right hand side of the island, and yeah, he couldn't resist again the solid bag with the Nut 365 offerings. Just like the other one, it was like a switch was just flicked on with these 2 fish. It was yeah, quite mental, to be honest. This session's been a bit of a bizarre one, to be fair, but I'm not complaining. 2 bites before home time, which I didn't think were going to happen, to be honest with you. I thought I'd just have to ride out the morning. So let's slip this one back, and yeah, we'll get the other one out to show you. Here we go then, the second one of the double take, and it is this wicked fully scaled mirror. Check him out, just a smidge over 15 pound, and as I said, I can't quite believe it that both of the indicators literally smashed the rod blanks at exactly the same time. But yeah, he's a really nice one, isn't he? Mega clean little fully. Again, solid bag. Out towards the island, didn't go too tight because it was still very early in the morning. I haven't got my glasses and it was still a little bit dark, but you can't complain at him for a yeah, second part of a double take. I've sprayed about 20-25 of the 12mm nuts, 12 millers around each bag as well, and for some reason obviously they just homed in on these solid bags quick time. So I'm going to get a couple of snaps of this one, stick him back, and then I've got 2 rods to re-sort out. Well, that was a mental half an hour. I'm absolutely drenched wet through. 2 fish to sort out, literally 15 minutes after putting the rods out, and it's time now for a coffee. Finally, I am absolutely gagging for a drink. I wasn't expecting it to kick off as it did, literally 15 minutes after casting out, that's for certain. But yeah, I've got just enough coffee left for 1 brew, and this is going to feel good. So probably got a couple of hours left of the session. I'm going to try and squeeze in some breakfast as well, if the fish allow me to, but they're still out there, they're still boshing, so yeah, who knows, it could kick off again. But I'm definitely not complaining. It's what you need to do, obviously, on these short sessions, is make the most of every minute, really. So again, as you can see, down to the t-shirt, it's misty, it's moist, it's muggy, and it's just a carbon copy of when I turned up, to be honest with you. So yeah, let's see what the next couple of hours has in store. Let's get this gas whacked up, and let's get this coffee down my neck. So I will keep you updated as the morning progresses. So of course I was just about to cook my breakfast, and yeah, I'd just managed to finish my first bacon sandwich, and the left-hander has gone rattling off again. So I'd had to play the fish and walk back to my swim and turn off the stove again. But that is the culprit. Real nice, sort of like, I don't know, half linear, nearly third linear we'll call it. But yeah, mega clean fish, absolute one toner, and I will never get bored of that sound. I don't care how big or small they are. When that alarm rips off, yeah, it's just the best buzz ever. So 3 fish this morning, and probably about, I don't know, hour and a half left maybe. Well, like I say, I was trying to eat my breakfast so I can get everything packed down, even though it is all drenched wet through. But yeah, this one decided to come and pay me a visit. Certainly not complaining. Another fish to the tally, and another bite on the bags. It's a much more nicer morning today. The sun's actually making an appearance. But yeah, look at him, proper torpedo, long shaped fish. Give me a great scrap, and erupted over in that 3.5 foot water. Tried to actually do me in the lilies down to my right hand margin, so he just kited on a tight line. But yes, thankfully I slipped him safely over the landing net. So I'll get a couple of pictures, we'll slip him back, get the rod back out there, try and finish breakfast and get packed up. Everything is packed down. No, I think I'm going to do it in 2 loads, because all that lot down there in the mat is absolutely wringing wet. Bivvy's wringing wet, clothes, towels, retainer, you know, everything is just absolutely drenched wet through, and I'd probably rather not get the bed and that all sopping wet. So hopefully I'll be able to dry some of that off when I get home today. I am going to milk it with the 2 rods. They are going to stay out. There's definitely a chance of another bite or 2. They've been boshing out here, there and everywhere, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, finally getting to see some blue sky. Don't know if you can see that on the camera, but yeah, there's blue sky up there, so it looks like it's going to be a nice drive home at least. So I'm going to round it up there. Thank you for watching. It's been a really enjoyable mental session, to be quite honest with you. Really enjoyed myself, even though, as I say, everything's wet. I'm wet. We had thunder and lightning last night, double take, kicked me glasses in the lake, probably somewhere down there. And yeah, either 8 or 9 bites as well. So I yeah, really can't complain for another new venue ticked off the list, and yeah, a few fish in front of the camera as well. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you get involved in my 6,000 subscriber giveaway as well. That is still live on my channel, but that will be ending very, very soon. Come and say hello on my social media, and I just hope you've enjoyed the video. So yeah, I will catch up with you next time I am out on the bank. I think that's in a couple of weeks, and that's going to be a Carpology deeper feature as well, I think on the Friday. and then I'll probably extend the session wherever I end up into the weekend as well. So yeah, a couple of weeks until I'm next out. But yeah, I hope you are all well. Hope you have a great autumn, and as I say, make sure you get involved in that bait giveaway. So thanks for watching as always, and I'll catch up with you next time I am out on the bank. So at the start of the video, I mentioned that I was asked and tasked by the guys at Go Catch that if I was fortunate enough to catch a few fish, that I would showcase the new features within the Go Catch app to yeah, register my catches at Bowsaw Lake. So that's exactly what I'm going to just very quickly talk you through now. So I'm an avid fan of the app itself. I use it, as you know, quite a lot in my own fishing booking sessions. I don't have the luxury of being able to sort of disappear to lakes at a drop of a hat. I have to plan within reason ahead to be able to get out and go fishing. So this app really does allow me to do this, knowing that either I've got a ticket to go and do sort of operate on a watercraft basis or book a swim in advance. So I know that I'm not sort of turning up late Friday or Saturday morning knowing that I don't have anywhere to drop into for the, you know, the day or the night. So first up, I open up my catch app, and that reveals the home screen, and then to log my catch I just hit the little hook, Go Catch hook icon down in the bottom corner there. Now it gives me the option to log a catch report, view my collections, and also book a venue. So I'm going to log my catch report, and as you can see on the screen, I've already logged a few of these already, and I can also see all of my previous captures that I've logged on there already as well. And you can filter that with your personal bests as well. So if you've been lucky enough to up your personal best on any of these venues, and you've got a little toggle button there to show you those big fish moments. So I'm going to click on log a catch. Now, as it says from the pop-up on the screen, the catch sort of login process is going to be as fully automated as possible. It's going to pull through weather details, location details, etc, etc. So it's going to do most of it for you within reason where it can. Not only that, from Catch Pro users like my account is as well, also gives you the opportunity of uploading more than one photo. So you can have, you know, a front view, left flank, right flank, you know, however many photos of however many sizes you've got. It allows you to stick a few extra photos on there as well for your records and for the fisheries records as well. So it's not only just for you, it helps the fisheries keep you know, an eye on what's going on with their fish, you know, in their venues. So it's really, really helpful for not just you, but the fishery owners as well. So press the continue button, and then that's when it reveals the image upload. So you've got main, like I say, left flank, right flank, and then any additional images you want to put on there as well. So I'll stick a couple of photos in there. I'll use the biggest fish that I caught on the session, and I'll stick the left and right photo in there. Always good for seeing, you know, how much weight fisheries, you know, certain fish are put on at the fisheries, etc. So it's always good for records and stuff like that. So this fish was £17 and a couple of ounces. So I put £17 and 2 ounces. Again, like I say, you got the option to slide the personal best slider across if you are lucky to have caught a personal best fish. And then that will also generate from AI the type of fish that you've input. So it will scan a picture in the background, and then basically pre-populate the box of the species of fish that you've caught. So whether it's a carp or, you know, any different type of fish, depending on where you've been, it will be able to scan that photo and tell you exactly what fish that is in the species box. Now the location part as well, you can drill down to and drop the pin into the fishery that you visited. So I visited Bowsaw Lakes, so I will basically just zoom in, select that, drop the pin on the lake and save the position so it knows exactly where the lake is. You've saved it to that lake itself, and it keeps a record of it, like I say, at that location. drop down the date, which is pretty obvious, and select a time. So I had that fish on the first morning, and that was around an hour and a half into my session, so I'm going to put 10:30. Now, as you can see, it's pre-populated that weather data from the date and the time that you stamped in to this record. So it's pulled that from a weather source behind the scenes and populated that data for you as well. So as you can see, the moon phase, the temperature, etc, etc, has all pulled that through for you, which is good to go back on at any point. If you're an avid follower of moon phases, temperatures, etc, etc, then that's always handy. This is essentially keeping you a little record of the catch itself. So if you ever, like I say, like to go back on catch reports, then this tool will allow you to do so. And then last but not least, you've got a notes box there, which you can populate with anything that you want. Tactics, swim number, features, wraps, anything that you want to put in that notes box, you can populate it with free text information that will allow you, again, like I say, to go back and review it. So I'll put in there solid bags, wafters, lilies to the right hand side of the island, 12mm boilies. And that is really as simple as it got for me for that session, and to buy those bites. Nothing overly complicated, but it's worth just noting in there if you want to refer back to it at any point in time. And then all you need to do is hit the save button. And because I've put in the location of that venue, it's already detected that it's one of the Go Catch apps lakes within the catalogue that they've got. So it asks you, is it correct, Bowsaw Lakes, which it is, and I press confirm. Spins out and then tells you with a nice big green tick in the middle of the app that your catch report has been created. Once you've pressed done, you'll see it then in your list of catch reports, and you can refer back to them at any time. So 6 minutes worth of me telling you how to log your catch reports. I don't think I need to tell you any more than that. Get yourself on the app. It's really easy to complete. Save all your catches, and yeah, you can refer back to them at any time. So again, thanks for watching the video. Any questions, give me a shout. Always happy to help.